The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.
The National Bank of Georgia published money transfer statistics for January 2025. According to the statistics, remittances from European Union countries dominated the total inflows, reaching 109 million USD and constituting 45.1% of all transfers. Within the EU, Italy, Germany and Greece emerged as the principal sources of these financial flows. The United States continues to demonstrate robust growth in remittance volume, with January transfer reaching 47.3 million USD, marking a significant 23.2% increase compared to the same period last year. However, the overall picture shows a decline, with total remittances to Georgia in January 2025 decreasing by 8.5% to 242.4 million USD. This downturn is primarily attributed to the reduced transfers from Russia. The trend of declining remittances extends to Kazakhstan as well. Meanwhile, outbound financial flows from Georgia have increased, with 22.2 million USD sent abroad in January 2025, represented an 8.4% rise compared to the previous year's corresponding period, according to the National Bank's statement. In January 2025, the exports of Georgia, excluding non-declared exports, equaled 403.9 million USD, 90.3% higher year-on-year. The National Statistics Service of Georgia reported share of domestic exports in total exports constituted 46.1% and amounted to 186.3 million USD, 11.6% higher to the same period of 2024. In January 2025, the share of top 10 trading partners by domestic exports in total domestic exports of Georgia amounted to 68.5%. The top partners were Russia, Turkey and China. In January 2025, copper ores and concentrates reclaimed the first place in the list of top export items, equaling 13.8 million USD or 7.4% of total exports. The exports of natural and artificial mineral and aerated waters not containing sugar totaled 13.4 million USD, and their share in total exports amounted to 7.2%. The exports of wine of fresh grapes occupied the third place, standing at 12.8 million USD, constituting 6.9% of total exports. Tbilisi Mayor Kakakaladze announced major renovation of Rustaveli Avenue. Several large and important infrastructure projects will be implemented this year, including the complete renovation of Rustaveli Avenue, Tbilisi Mayor Kakakaladze stated at the municipality government meeting. According to him, underground communications and infrastructure will be fully reorganized as the top priority in all major projects. As you know, we are planning to complete rehabilitation of Rustaveli Avenue. The road is worn out and in poor condition, with frequent surface damage and road collapses. Precisely because the underground infrastructure in poor condition, we will probably start rehabilitation works in May and plan to complete the project by the end of summer, stated Kakakaladze. He said that Rustaveli Avenue will be completely transformed, with both the road surfaces and historical buildings being renovated. According to him, Rustaveli Avenue rehabilitation project will include the complete replacement of underground utility networks, installation of sidewalks, outdoor lighting networks, and underground waste collection bins. Additionally, the road will be paved with asphalt and public transport stops will be nestled. In Q4 2024, unemployment rate in Georgia decreased by 1.1 percentage points compared to the corresponding period of the previous year and equaled 14.2%, according to the preliminary data from the National Statistics Office of Georgia. In Q4 2024, compared to the corresponding period of the previous year, the number of hired employees increased by 12.1 thousand persons and reached 978.5 thousand, while the number of self-employed persons by 19.7 thousand and equal to 33.5 thousand. In the same period, the number of unemployed decreased by 14.7 thousand and equaled 233.9 thousand. In quarter 4 2024, compared to the corresponding period of the previous year, the unemployment rate decreased in urban settlements by 1 percentage points, while in rural settlements by 0.6 percentage points. Traditionally, the unemployment rate is higher for men than for women. In quarter 4 2024, compared to the corresponding period of the previous year, this rate decreased by 2.4 percentage points for women and by 0.1 percentage points for men, equaling 11.9 and 11.1 and 16.7% precisely. The labor force participation rate is higher for men than women. In quarter 4 2024, the indicator for women was 45.1% and for men 66.3%. The labor force participation rate for women increased by 0.7 percentage points, while for men it increased by 0.4 percentage points compared to the corresponding period of the previous year. In quarter 4 2024, unemployment rate for women decreased by 1.7, while for men by 0.4 percentage points compared to the corresponding period of the previous year. In January 2025, Georgia purchased 143,000 tons of oil worth $107 million, which represented a 33% growth in value year-on-year, while the volume of fuel imports increased by 45%. According to the statistics, the increase in imports is mainly related to the increase in fuel purchases from Russia, as the growth is 49%. In total, Georgia purchased petroleum products worth $55 million from Russia in January. Romania ranks second in imports with $18 million, while Bulgaria is third with imports worth $17 million. Regarding the previous year's results, in 2024, Georgia purchased 1.6 million tons of oil worth $1.3 billion. Of these, oil worth $520 million came from Russia, $184 million from Bulgaria, and $164 million from Romania. Georgian Dream Parliament approved amendments to the law on grants with its third reading on Thursday. Government's Parliamentary Secretary Vakhtang Bachiashvili presented the legislative initiative backed by 80 lawmakers to the Parliament. Based on the grants bill, grants will be issued by the government designated legal entity of public law in support of public organizations. Vakhtang Bachiashvili explained that the State Grant Management Agency would be established in March. The agency will allocate budgetary funds to selected public organizations based on the law. Under this initiative, 2025 state budget will allocate 20 million lari to support civil initiatives, which will be used for both the agency's creation and operation and the fund of grants. 10 people will be employed at the agency.
The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.